Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cool.
Hello, welcome to Football Manager 20 Pentagon Challenge Season 4 Episode 2, and it is time for the Champions League. We've waited a long time for this. It's been 4 long years. We had a good time in Sri Lanka, had an even better time in Malaysia, and I'm not expecting us to win. Obviously not. I'd like to win a couple of games and give a good accounting for ourselves. We have played 2 games in the league so far. Because of how many games I'm going to be playing, I'm not going to show the highlights. I'll just quickly talk you through them. So the second game of the season was against Kuching. Money sound, no. They just got promoted. They only had 457 fans, so clearly not a big team. And we beat them 3-0. Raheem scoring 2 in the 24th and the 49th. And Putra scoring 1 in the 45th minute. We then played our rivals in the league, Johor DT. This was a really frustrating game because they just kept scoring, even though the stats said that they shouldn't have done. I think they had like 4 shots all game and we had about 15. They scored first with a penalty. Benedito Slotinomi went straight down the middle. We managed to equalise in the 23rd minute with Raheem, but Jaffrey scored in the 29th minute for Johor to make it 2-1. And just before half-time, we got a penalty. Harry Huda slotted it home. Sort of stayed that way for quite a while. There wasn't many highlights. We had a few decent chances, but then in the 70th minute we did manage to take the lead for the first time in the game, with Raheem once again scoring, and then Harry Huda finished off the job in the 86th minute with a header. But today is the first group stage game. I'm going to show you all 6. I'm only going to show you the goals, so it won't be like it is normally. There will be commentary over it, but it won't be cut into all the highlights. It will only be the goals. That way we can get through all 6 and the video won't take 5 hours. Team selection for today is the same that I've been going with in the league. You can see the average rating is just fantastic. We're doing so well. Isha in goal, Zainadine, Mohamed, Golek, Tajuddin in defence, Pickering and Pavlenko in the midfield, Raheem and Sumara in the attacking left and right wing spots, and then Putra and Harry Huda up top. Highlight in the 15th minute for Melbourne. Oh, but it's picked by Raheem. Raheem tries to play it over the top. O'Neill's going to pick up on the clearance. It's a great ball through and a great finish from Lyndon Arsenault. Wow, that was a devastating counter-attack there, or counter to the counter. It was cleared poorly by Raheem, tried to play a ball over the top, it didn't quite work. Branovic got his head to it, O'Neill just played a beautiful ball over the top, Arsenal took 1 touch, fired straight away, good finish. 20th minute here on the edge of the box, Melbourne going to cross it in, Pavlenko picks up on the clearance, under a bit of pressure, so he gives it out left to Tajuddin, who just absolutely whacks it, could have passed it to Sumara there, but he didn't. Arsenal, the goal scorer, plays a beautiful ball in behind, and this ends. Wow, that was a fantastic cross. Completely split our defence open. This is going to be so much harder than I thought. The poor clearance by Tajuddin. The right back picked it up quite comfortably. Gave it to Arsenal, who just left footed over the top, through the back. Good finish. 66th minute, I was going to make a change, but I'm not going to do that just yet. Mohamed gives it back to Huda. Mohamed whips in a ball. Putra gets his head to it. It's 2-1. It is 2-1 and we have a chance. Great cross in by Mohamed. Centre back, of whole players to be doing that. Cleared out. Mohamed gave it to Huda, gave it him straight back. Just opened himself up a little bit of space by doing that little 1-2. Crossed in Putra. He's got the beat of the defender and a good header. It's not over yet, boys. Free kick in the 70th minute. It's drilled in and O'Neill gets his head to it. Oh dear. That's upsetting. Upsetting. It's a simple free kick. He's just absolutely fired it in. O'Neill just found himself free in the box. Simple as you like. Full time here in Australia. Considering we're away from home, I don't think that's too awful of a result. We definitely had some chances. You can see here on the stats we had 3 clear-cut chances. So on another day, maybe we could have snatched the result, but they outclassed us. They were the better team by a country mile. Alright, we are back. We're ready to play Ulsan. We're playing this game at home, so the South Koreans are coming to us. Just 2 games to cover. Selangor in the league, we beat them for 4-0. Putra in the 7th, Farazat in the 38th, Huda with a penalty in the 52nd, and Fatwa in the 59th. Then we played Slime Derby in the Malaysian 4th division, so I fully rotated the squad. We beat them 6-3. Rajak with a hat-trick, Zeki, Fatwa and Farazat getting the other 2. That leads us on to today's game. Also a clear favourites, but we're in good form in the league. Hopefully we can carry that forward. Only 1 change from the last game. Patty has replaced Mohamed. Free kick in the 23rd minute. Chipped through and the header's won by Lim Jung So. Oh, that's very frustrating. That's one major downside of his team is they're so short. It's so difficult to defend these corners. And I mean, just look at it. They look like a very tall physical side. Chipped over through just on the penalty spot. Lim Jung-so beats Zinedine to the ball. That's very upsetting because we're doing quite well. Can we pull one back immediately though? Huda with the free kick. A lot of space in that goal. Yes! Yes, we can. 28 minutes in, Huda equalises with a great free kick. Keeper definitely looked like he should have saved it, but maybe not. There was a lot of space over on that side. It's just hit too powerful for the keeper, isn't it? It's just hit too powerful. 58 minutes in, we're doing very well on the stats, but that's mean nothing if you're not scoring goals. Yongji gives it to Kyungwon. Pavlenko picks his pocket right at the Putra. Oh my god, keeper makes a massive mistake. Putra absolutely fired it in, probably too hot for the keeper to handle. Yeah, ball was being played around. Pavlenko just took it off Kyungwon, gave it to Huda, who passed it straight to Putra. Putra does a little Cruyff turn, and Chong Hyo-won managed to get a hand to it and directs it in the other way, but wasn't strong enough a hand to stop us from scoring. We moved up to third position, playing very, very well here. Oh, but they might be able to get an equaliser here, and they have. Kim Shin-wook from another free kick, another header. Only their second shot of the game, and it's their second goal. Just a simple free kick played to the first man. I mean, look at the size difference between. I'm not even sure who that is, but that's upsetting. All time, we've drawn 2-2. Looking at the stats, we absolutely dominated them, but we just couldn't quite get past their keeper. 2 clear-cut chances, 2 goals. That is definitely a shame, because a victory there would have put us on, or would have put us second, with Melbourne victory on -4. Wow, what happened in that game? You going to tell me? No. Oh, they probably didn't play today. But yeah, that's a little disappointing. We move on. Okay, so we're up against Shanghai today. Just 2 games once again, one in the Super League and one in the FA Cup. We beat N Sambalin, who we will be playing in the quarter-finals of the Cup. We beat them 2-1. Harry Huda and Golek with the goals. We did pull one back in the 50th minute, but it didn't mean too much. And then we beat Melika 2-1. Norway getting a penalty in the 8th minute and Rajak in the 70th minute. We did get a consolation in the 85th minute through Nordin. This really is going to be a test. Shanghai beat Melbourne 6-0, who beat us 3-1. But we are at home, and I always back us at home. We've pulled off miracles at home before in the Champions League. I hope we can do it again. Very similar team, just Mohamed coming back in for Patty this time. Just rotating those two back and forwards in the league and the cup. So Mohamed makes the cut today. Eight minutes in Shanghai have a free kick on the halfway line. It's given to He Guan. Gives it out left to Jurin. Jurin cuts inside, beats his man, and wow. How has he finished that? Awful from Isha. Should not be getting beaten there. I mean, it was a great strike, but he really should not be getting beaten at the near post like that. Iguan played it over the left to the goal scorer, Jurin, who took it down on his left, cut inside, beat his man, struck it, and that's poor. That is very, very poor. '40th minute here, it's going to be a throw-in for Shanghai. Lu Jurin breaking down on the left again, gives it to Yatayo. That time it is a good save from Isha. Corner kick. Jurin's going to take it. Goal leg clear. Picked up by Ji Zhang. Crossed in. Zinedine gets his head to it and it goes out for another corner. Half time, there's really not been much to speak about. We're doing very well on possession, but other than that, we're not creating any chances at all. '70th minute, a free kick for Shanghai over on the right, flipped into the back post, and Rodriguez gets his head to it. Yet another goal conceded from a header. There's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately. We just have a very small side. Jurin tipped the ball and it was headed by Mitty, I believe, and then Rodriguez got his head to it, beating whoever that was. Post. '90th minute, likely if it's just going to be a consolation. Rodriguez plays it back to the goalkeeper, knocks it all the way over to the left. It's brought down by Jurin. Jurin's going to drive it as once again. Mohamed puts in a good tackle. Rajek picks it up, played up top, and Raheem's through on goal. Oh, and Raheem finishes to make it 2-1. Likely a consolation, but you never know. Good ball played over the top there by Zinedine. Just absolutely wellied it. Raheem took it down beautifully and put it into the bottom left corner. Keeper had no chance there, 1-on-1. That is full time. Dominated on the start. Shanghai, clearly the best side in this league. If we've got any chance, it's going to be against Ulsan and Melbourne Victory. Not looking good so far. It's not looking good. Very comfortable 3-0 victory in the first leg of the quarterfinals against N Sambalin, who we have also beaten in the league. 2 from Putra and 1 from Zeki. Now we have 2 massive games within the space of 2 days. 1 against Ulsan, 1 against Melbourne Victory. If we can get 2 wins against them, then we have a very good chance of getting through. If not, it's going to be over, I think. This is the team we're going with for today. Bujang in at right back and Patti in at centre back because Mohamed is injured. Golek and Tajuddin, of course, in centre back and left back. Jasmy is replacing the suspended Pickering, and Pavlenko makes up the other centre midfielder. And then with the usual front four with Raheem, Sumara, Putra and Huda. Patti with the ball. Going to hit it up to the top. It's intercepted by Chapman. Picked up by Kim Jong-woo, gives it outright to Park Yong-ji. Got the overlapping Park Ji-woo. Passes it to Gon. Gon's going to finish, but he's offside. Thank goodness for that. Score remains 0-0. Definitely looked offside. It was a good cross in by Park Jae-woo. Yeah, he's just ran a little bit too early there. 70 minutes in. Jung-soo with a free kick. Passes it short to Chapman. And Woo's going to play a ball over the top. Gon is through on goal. And he slots it home. That's the opening goal that was coming for Ulsan. They really have deserved that, to be fair. Created a few chances themselves, but nothing of that quality. Chapman gives it to Kim Jong-woo, who just played it over the top to Gon. Golek is nowhere near him. Put it through Isha's legs. Good finish. Full time, and I believe we are out. No, not mathematically. If we win the next 2, then we'll be on 7 points, but it's looking very, very unlikely that that's going to happen. A 1-0 loss. Didn't deserve anything from this game. Didn't make enough good chances. No time at all to lick our wounds because we're back in action straight away again, this time against Melbourne Victory. They beat us 3-1 in the reverse fixture, but we're playing them at home this time and we always seem to do a bit better at home. A few changes have had to be made. Bujang's having to step in for Golek, who is out suspended, and Raheem is also out suspended, so Marigosu is replacing him. Other than that, the team remains the same. Oh wait, where's Huda? I didn't even realise Huda was gone. Oh, Huda's suspended as well. Nightmare. Free kick in the 14th minute. Leicester is going to take it. He's just going to hit it straight over the top. It's picked up by Nassens. Passed it back to Capuzzi, who just finishes in the bottom right corner. Well, simple as that. Really, really simple. Free kick just hit long over to the left. It's gone over everyone. Nassens cuts it back across onto the penalty spot. Capuzzi just steps back and finishes. O'Neill on the ball in the centre midfielder. O'Neill finds Arsenal. Nassens going to get tackled, but he manages to beat his man. O'Neill plays it back to Lascelles, gets it back once again, and then Cam Sober finishes off that move with a nice finish. The near post. O'Neill just cut it back across to him. It was a missed tackle. Nassens played it to O'Neill, gave it to Lascelles, gave it back to O'Neill, and O'Neill just passed it to Cam Sober, who was in acres of space. First time finish. 2-0 here in Malaysia. I wasn't even looking, that happened so quick. It looked like a free kick and O'Neill is the goal scorer. I just sort of looked up just as I saw the flashing lights. Yep. Wow, that's so simple, isn't it? Another free kick scored in the Champions League against us. Full time and we are officially out of the Champions League. It's going to be Shanghai and Melbourne Victory who progress to the next round. Us and Ulsan are out, unfortunately. We did well. We had some chances, but ultimately they were clinical and we weren't. Those Reds do not look nice. We didn't manage to get a victory in the Champions League, so we have been knocked out. Very upsetting, but have to accept it. We're 2 games behind in the league and we're still 2 points clear, so if we can win those next 2 games, then that will put us in a very good position to win the league again. Trying to think of where I'll come back. I think we'll skip this next Champions League game because there's no point in playing that one. There's no point in you guys watching that one because it doesn't matter. It's pointless, and I very much doubt we're going to get a victory. We will come back. We'll come back either for the semi-finals or for the Johor game. We like playing Johor, so we'll come back for that game. Sad as I am that we got knocked out without winning a game, I'm still glad that we got to be in the Champions League, got to experience those games. We got to get a lot of money from it, which is the main bonus, really. And if we win the league, then we'll be straight back into the group stage. So there's no chance that we'll get knocked out and not be able to play in it. But I think it'll just be a similar story. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.